Hi, hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Friday Night Smackdown. I, Michael Cole, here with King Valkyrie and with Wade Barrett. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we're going to see Duke from the G.I. Joes team up with Drew McIntyre to take on Cobra Commander, or Snakehead, Michael Cole says. Well, the first thing you need to understand, King Valkyrie says, is that we went to many shops today. We went to the Carnegie Bookhouse in McKeesport Stead, the Vinland Thrift Middle, Family Dollar, Kin Dollar. Then we went out to eat. Then we went to Ollie's and Big Lots and had to go to Flat Pizza Burg or Flat Cake Burg to get a flat cake. So that's why we didn't get this film done till about 5 in the evening. But yes, we do have Duke from the G.I. Joes, and he is going to be teaming up with Drew McIntyre if we know where we put him at. Michael Cole says, yeah, that would be truly shameful, Wade Barrett says, is that you didn't know where you put Drew McIntyre at, and you said, hey, they're going to team you up with Duke from the G.I. Joes. Oh, and sorry, we missteaded you somewhere. Wade Barrett said, same old saga, same old tale. And sorry for clearing our throat like that. But we don't seem to know where he's at. Ha ha. So, I guess so. Looks like my worstest fears had been known. It seems that one of the G.I. Joes, Duke, came here. And I'm going to tell you what the Cobra Commander says, or Snakehead, or Snake Leader says. No way will I put up with this. No way will I put up with it. And I don't even think it's true that they even got, Duke from Big Lots. I think they're just making it all up. That's what I think. Oh. I think they're all making it up. Only to fuck with me. That's what I think. They didn't get anyone from the G.I. Joes. You're just telling sagas and tales. So, Cobra Commander, you think that I'm lying? You think that they're just making it up? You think they're making it up that they got Duke from Big Lots today? Well, you're the one that's making up sagas and tales. Look, we did get Duke from the G.I. Joes. Ah, bloody hell! It looks like that is the G.I. Joe Hasbro box that got from Big Lots. Fuck! Yeah, and that means that Duke's gonna come and help me. He's gonna help me beat your bloody rear end. And he also came with his gun too, Drew McIntyre says. But that still doesn't make it true. Anyone could get in that. Well, you know what, Cobra Commander? It's true. I am here. And I do have my gun. And me and Drew McIntyre are going to team up to take you out. You think you could take me out, Duke? We've been fighting for years. And you have never come any more near than beating me than from the first time we fought. Well, that's where you're wrong. Because this time, me and Drew McIntyre are going to make scene that the fierce striker, warlord like you, gets brought to right. So here today, we talked with Astronomer, And she said that we're going to have a match, a handicap match, me and Drew McIntyre fighting you. Now we can get the Fight Lord out here. So it don't look good for you, does it, Cobra Commander? You thought I was making it up. Well, that's on you. Well, it seems right now that Drew McIntyre and Duke from the G.I. Joes are going to fight, are now going to fight the Cobra Commander. And Duke can't even hold his gun right in his hand, Michael Cole says. Someone at Hasbro didn't really make it good enough for Duke to hold his own gun. Like, how does that work? Does he, put his finger on the... Duke can't even hold his gun, Michael Cole says. Someone at Hasbro didn't do good work. Now he can. Now Duke can, and he's got his gun sticking out. Ding, ding, ding. Well, that's not fair, Michael Cole. That's not fair. Oh, so now Duke's got a gun, and you're going to say that's fair, Wade Barrett says. And you're going to say it was wrong for Cobra Commander to have a snake staff or stick with him, Wade Barrett said. Well, guess what, King Valkyrie says. Drew McIntyre just Claymore kicked down the Cobra Commander or Snakehead or whatever you want to call him. And now, Drew McIntyre just tagged in Duke now. And now Duke from the G.I. Joes got him. And Duke's got him and a body slam. And Duke just body slammed Cobra Commander. And now, oh! The G.I. Joe! Duke calls that the G.I. Joe. It's like, he calls that the G.I. Joe. And it looks like this match is over. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Here is your winner. Duke and Drew McIntyre. It seems that Duke from the G.I. Joes and Drew McIntyre has beat the Cobra Commander or Snake Leader or whatever the English word is, since Cobra is a Pajavas borrowed word, Michael Cole says. We don't know, but we see that Drew McIntyre and Duke have come together to take care of him. So now we got one of many followers of the G.I. Joes here in the toy wrestling gathering, Michael Cole says. Yeah, we're getting new wrestlers, new fighters, new overstars all the time, King Valkyrie says. The toy wrestling gathering is always getting new dolls, and we can thank Gail Kim, the Leadership Under Force sitter of Skill Dillings, for this, King Valkyrie said. Or Wade Barrett said we can thank the head leadership follower of the toy wrestling gathering, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, for bringing Duke of the G.I. Joes to the toy wrestling gathering. And now Cobra Commander or Snake Leader or Snakehead is now in a bye now. That's so unfair, Wade Barrett said. Well, speaking of unfairness, we do know that Jonathan Coachman is now going to be talking with Drew McIntyre and Duke from the G.I. Joes. Alright, Jonathan Coachman says, Michael Cole, I'm going to be talking with Drew McIntyre and Duke here today on Friday Night Smackdown. What brought you two lords together? Well, it's like this, Jonathan Coachman. You see, Cobra's been a real shithead. And I knew that I had to get help from someone. And I knew we had to get help from the G.I. Joes. and I knew that sooner or later we'd go back to big lots, and we would get the other G.I. Joes. And it's only going to get worse for Cobra, because we're going to get the other ones. But first, I knew I had to get the leader, someone who has been wrestling and fighting Cobra Commander for years, Snake Leader, Snakehead for years. So I asked Duke, and he said he'd help me. So I got him, Drew McIntyre says. Drew McIntyre goes, "Alright, Duke. Alright, Jonathan Coachman, I've been fighting Cobra Commander or Snakehead for years. This fierce striker, warlord, overlord, whatever he wants to call himself, I wasn't going to let the toy wrestling gathering deal with his evil anymore. So when Drew McIntyre called me and said, 'Duke, I have a bind with Cobra Commander or Snakehead or Snake Leader, can you help me?' I said yes, I'd help him, and that's how I showed up, Jonathan Coachman." Well, that's my talk with Drew McIntyre and Duke. Back to you, Michael Cole. Thank you, Jonathan Coachman, for talking with Duke and Drew McIntyre here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And that's all the time we got here for Friday Night Smackdown. I, Michael Cole, King Valkyrie, Wade Barrett. We hope you liked Friday Night Smackdown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Rampage or Ram Through.